Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I kind of wanted to make this inspirational video, maybe like from a bird's eye view of why I really enjoy print on demand passive income. And kind of like almost like a guide. I don't want to say a guide. This is not one of those videos that's a step-by-step click tutorial, but a lot of the times we need sometimes content to look at things from a different angle. And a lot of the times if you search Redbubble on YouTube, if you search print on demand on YouTube, you get some content that kind of like just, it's like one of two lanes. It's either get rich quick or it's some sort of problematic type video, like Redbubble's doing this to us, and they're abuse and they're hurting their sellers, and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to take a different approach. I want to make a video where I kind of give you guys some inspiration, some thoughts, some kind of like some motivating, inspiring type views, and I kind of want to share what's in my head, right? So I've been doing print on demand for a while, of course, but you only feel the benefit of it as time goes on. The more you're in it, the more benefit you feel. I could definitely speak for a lot of the viewers who watch this channel who may have started a year ago, 2 years ago, but their positions, financially speaking, is better now than maybe it was in the past when they first started. Their accounts are making more money, they're generating more income, and you guys got to realize at the end of the day, this is a portfolio that you're building, right? You're building assets here. And I kind of wanted to give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is a seller called Colleen M2. I guess that's her name, right? Colleen M2. And she's got a few designs up here for the keyword stars, right? So she has this one, this one, this one. She's got this one. She probably has more, to be 100% honest with you. But let's just look at these, for example, right? So this person created these stars, and literally the pattern is exactly the same. I mean, the stars are all pattern, like in the same spatial arrangement. The only difference is the colors, right? This didn't take hard work to do, right? You look at something like this, or something like this, or something like this. This is not difficult to create. Anybody here watching this can create this, right? And this person, Colleen M2, she probably makes, I guess, with a competition size of 826,000. I would assume, based on my personal experience, we're looking at anywhere from $17 to $29 a day from each listing, and that's at, on the conservative side. I'm being conservative here. The reason why I say that is because this person, right, did the work once and just let it go and move on, and they created other things. We look at this person's account. We can go here, click on their account, and they have 162 designs. So it's not a lot, it's not something that they broke their back working on. Definitely something pretty simple to make. You could see here very simple type images, and they're doing well for themselves. They only have 162 designs, this person, but they're providing themselves an income. Now, whether that income be $5, $1,000, $10,000, or $1 million, doesn't really matter. I mean, of course, the number makes a difference when it's in your pocket, but the idea of it, the presence of it alone is the important part. And that's kind of what I want to kind of push here with you guys, is that when I work on my passive income type revenue streams, Redbubble, TeePublic, all these kind of things, and you guys are doing the same thing, it's easy to give up when you're in the start, right? Because you're so concerned with right here, right now, the results. But if you kind of shift your focus, right, and just look at it like, okay, I'm making a decision to do this kind of activity right now, which in this case would be uploading, working towards this, there's a chance that I could win in the future. And, sometimes it doesn't have to be all hard work. You're seeing a perfect example right here of this is not hard work. Anybody could sit here, right, between me and you, can do all of this. Anybody could do this in a matter of 2-3 days. right? Anybody can. Every single person listening on this YouTube channel can absolutely do this. So it's not a matter of hard work all the time, right? It's usually a combination of things, but I just wanted to show this one person as an example because some people could say, yeah, that person got lucky in my example video, right? But why not you? Why can't you get lucky? Yeah, you might not make 1,000 sales a day or a week or whatever, but you can generate a couple sales here and there, and that can promote you, or really not promote is not the right word. It can propel you to choose to do more activity and create more revenue for yourself. The way I look at print on demand is just one of those things where it's like, imagine you had a forest, right? You owned a forest of trees, and you get paid for every tree that you chop down. Now, the amount that you get paid is not determined, right? But you get paid. Some trees you chop down, you might make $10. Some trees you might make $50 a week. Some trees you might get paid $5, right? And some trees only pay you once, and some trees pay you perpetually. If you own this forest, what would it make sense to do? Would it make sense to cut down one tree at a time and then send that tree in for processing? Or would you take your axe, do 5 strikes on one tree, then go to a next tree, strike it 10 times, then go to another tree and strike it twice, and keep doing that over and over and over? Well, the answer is probably conquer one tree at a time. And the way I look at it is with print on demand, it doesn't even have to just be Redbubble, it could be any site, is what you're doing is you're conquering, you're cutting down one tree at a time every single time you upload a listing. And when you have that kind of mentality, you're going to step away from things that could potentially A, get you banned, but also B, allow you to give up faster. And what do I mean by that? Let's go ahead and take the first one, getting banned. A lot of times people will do some things that are maybe not approved on the marketplaces. And trust me, I've done the same. Nobody here is perfect. Nobody's an angel, where we do things against marketplace rules that cause us to get banned, right? We do things that maybe aren't completely right, or maybe we're just trying to push the envelope to make as much money as possible. And that's because we're looking at here and now. I want to make money fast, right? But if you look at it like you're going to make money over time, you're not really rushing the process, and you're doing the work, you're doing your part, and letting the rest handle itself, it's more of a freeing approach, right? It's like more of a relaxing, a freeing approach where it's like, okay, I know I'm going to do this work, and the rest I'm going to leave it up to the marketplace, right? It's more of a mentally freeing approach, because if you're so concerned about the results, you will kind of go into that second portion of quitting. And this is kind of this thing that I was saying, is that if you look at it like you're just doing one job at a time, adding one asset to your portfolio at a time, whether that asset is worth $1, $10, or $1 a day, or $1 a month, it doesn't really matter. But the more assets you earn, right, the more you add, the more you earn, versus you're so concerned with adding right here, right now, so concerned with intensity that with intensity, you eventually get burned out. But if you're doing a little bit every day, right, you can get far. Now, some people might say, aren't you intense? Aren't you promoting intensity? And the answer is yes. I used to promote intensity. I still promote intensity. And when I say promote, what I mean was not too long ago, maybe like 2 years ago, there was a point in time, even maybe a year and a half ago, there was a point in time where Redbubble allowed you to upload 60 designs a day. I did that every day. And I did it actually for a whole year with no breaks whatsoever. And now it's changed to 30 designs a day. And that change, like I said, happened within the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't remember the exact date, but it was a while ago, right? And I still do my 30 designs every single day. I upload to TeePublic as well. I work on Society6, but that's intense for me, right? That's my level. And a lot of the times, not everybody has the same lifestyle, right? Some people have jobs. Some people have different things that they're working on. I mean, I know I do, right? For me, I have a blog business, so I own over 60 plus websites, now 60. And these websites are blogs. Some are about tiny houses. Some are about farming. Some are about diseases. Some are about peptides. Like, they're different blogs. The point is I make money off of that. That's my main concept, my main job, right? And those are websites that I own. And then I have other things that I do on the side. And these other things that I do on the side, we're talking about Redbubble, stock photography sales, different things like that. And those different things, for me, I like the challenge of intensity, but not everybody has the time, the effort, the energy, right, to do that. Now, obviously, my life becomes a lot easier because I have access to certain tools, right? So you guys have seen my videos before where I talk about bots and apps, the website for the different tools. Like here I have on this computer, and I don't use this computer for print on demand. This is more for YouTube, but like I have the Stock Bubbler tool here, right? This is a tool that I use. We have here, let me see here. We have all kinds of different tools on bots and apps, like the Redbubble Favorite tool, the Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool. These are things that allow me to become much more successful over time. And to put things into consideration, like for example, this tool, right? The Unlimited Images tool. This tool, probably in the last, let's say, year, just this tool alone, after expenses, and I want to point out here, after expenses, maybe has made me over $20,000 in sales across all sites. I've used this tool for my own websites. I've used this tool for Redbubble. I've used this tool for so many different things to sell different graphics, different things like that. And it's helped me dramatically. So everybody has their own strategy. Like, you don't have to use my strategy. The point is that there's many different avenues for people to be successful. This person, right, obviously doesn't upload 60 or even 30 designs a day, but yet they're successful in their own avenue. You know, you might have 10 designs on your store. That's fine. But you might have a design that's selling well. That's success. I tend to try not to focus on the negative too much and try to look to the positive and then multiply whatever is positive. You know, I'm trying to make like a video here where it's just very stable approach where it can kind of apply to everybody's that everybody could be doing more or at least working consistently. And the most important thing is that with print on demand success, it's not so much the intensity, but it is consistency. If you can add intensity later to that formula or that equation, you'll succeed over time on a greater level. But consistency is the most important thing. If you do, let's just say, a design a month, right? And you go super hard that one day, that's intense for you maybe, but it's not consistent. You want to try to add some sort of consistency. Let's say you're doing a little bit of work every day and you don't even finish one design a day, which, by the way, you absolutely can. I have a course here on autopilotpassiveincome.com. We created something called the design course, the POD design course, where you can apply the design strategies, the principles, to pretty much Redbubble, TeePublic, Society6. You can apply these designs on there and you can do them very quickly. But let's just say you're in a position where you don't have the course, you don't have certain information, and you're working on your first design. Let's say you're brand new to print on demand, you've never done any kind of graphic design. And if you go really hard in one day, you can create one design, if that's the case. Instead of going really hard one day and creating one design, why don't you do a little bit of work every single day, 7 days a week, take no days off, and then create 3 designs a week, 4 designs a week, 2 designs a week. It's still better than what you had before, right? So consistency is much better than intensity, and it adds up over time. Time accumulates regardless, and things break down over time. Entropy, right? As time goes on, things breaks down. But if you're working on it every day, instead of things breaking down, they're building up. So if you have your print-on-demand business, right, whether it be your website, Redbubble, TeePublic, Amazon, Merch by Amazon, even Amazon Seller Central, FBA, anything, you know, you can build it up over time. I've showed here some paid tools in this video, even paid resources like the course, but I do want to share a free tool. This is an example. Here you have a website called Pattern Hippo, right? And you can create all kinds of patterns. I've showcased this either once or twice on my channel before. And yes, we have 1,000 plus videos on our channel, but you know, it's a free tool, right? So I can click here, Inspire Me, right? And it will create different patterns for me. I can put them on phone cases. I can put them on, notebooks, any kind of product I want. I can put these on. I can even put them on yoga pants and sell yoga pants, leggings, right? And create a whole entire website around that. There's a lot of things I can do, all right? So there's always resources out there, whether free or paid, to help you kind of push forward. And speaking of paid resources, like for example, my courses, I've said this before about my courses. I said you can learn the same information I've learned. The only difference is that the courses, what they do is they speed up time. It's almost like a library of information that I've learned, and that's really all it is. So like, for example, the Redbubble course, when I learned how to do my Redbubble work, the algorithm checking and all that kind of stuff, and the SEO, I had to learn that stuff manually. If you were to go out there and you didn't have the resources, the money to pay for the course, which by the way, the course is $40. If you didn't have the resources to do it, you can go out there manually and do the same thing I did and learn how to do it manually. It might take a year or two, but you're going to learn how to do it, right? And that's the whole point of the course is that it speeds up resources. It's not a requirement. It just speeds things up. Same thing with the software, right? So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about here when I refer to software. Let's use this example, right? The Redbubble Rocket Tagger. The Redbubble Rocket Tagger, I think, single-handedly has been responsible for at least 50% of my success on Redbubble. And this platform, the reason why I say at least 50% is because I have 4 virtual assistants that work on Redbubble with me right now. And they're all using the Redbubble Rocket Tagger. English is not their first language. And they're producing tags that are accurate and optimal for designs on Redbubble, right? And they're doing this for me. And I do it myself. And all of those tags amalgamate into the sales that I'm generating, right? And you look at a tool like this, and you look at the investment, $12.99 a month. I think you could get it cheaper if you pay yearly. Yeah, yearly. What about every 6 months? I don't know about the discount 6 months, but yearly you get a discount, right? You guys could do the math on the 6-month plan. But the point is that, right, I can sit there manually and try to get the tags properly, right? I can try to use my brain, my mind to help me get there. Or I could just use the tool, click 2 buttons, and it does it for me. That's an example of speeding up time and investing my resources in the proper areas to get the best results, okay? Same thing for my virtual assistants. For my virtual assistants, like I said, English is not their first language. It's going to take them too much time to find the right keywords. And more importantly, they might not even do an amazing job finding the right keywords. It might take them too long to do it. All of this versus an investment for me, I can pay for faster and better results, like at a much higher level than I could normally. So if I was to hire a virtual assistant normally without the tool, and I have one virtual assistant with the tool, the one with the tool is going to outperform the one without the tool 100 times out of 100 every single time. And like I said, it's because it's technology which helps speed things up. So the point here is that everybody has different methods, and it's not like the paid tools are a requirement. They only just help. They speed things up. They make life easier. But here's an example of something that's free. This website is called patternhippo.com. The creator has a buy me a coffee link. Obviously, you don't have to donate if you don't want to. I think they have some donations. Let's see. Yeah, they have a couple. They have 3 donations. Sorry, 3 donations. But it's a website where you can create your own patterns, right? So you could go over here, hit Inspire Me, right? And you can download these patterns and put them on different products. And how many patterns are here? There are 310 patterns. I see ones for the holidays. I actually was just using this the other day. I had 4 spiral notebook sales. 4 spiral notebook sales, and it was on a Redbubble account, by the way, I forget which one it is. Let me see here. I know what it looks like. It just hard to remember. Here it is. Double Bubble. This is the one. And I think it was like a grayish white color, right? So it had gray and white, and it was printed on 4 spiral notebooks that I got a sale on. That's an example where it was a combination of free and paid stuff coming together. The paid stuff was the software tools for the right tags, right? The free stuff was the graphics. Putting that together created a formula for me to create sales. Now, I wouldn't have gotten that sale if enough time took place for it to be created, right? Because it has to be listed and then you just wait for the sale. But also, right, the time, the energy, the effort. And the more you string along this time, energy, and effort, the more results you get over time. So, guys, if you're not succeeding the way you want to on print on demand, most of the time, right, it's just an effort play. Sometimes you got to put a little more time in every single week, every single day, and then watch the results. And I get it. Sometimes you can't put time in, but then there's for sure for the times that you can't put time in, there's going to be times where you do have the ability to put time in, right? And, you don't have to make it a law in your life where I have to do X, Y, Z every single day, because I get it. People have lives, people have businesses, they have kids, they have sick parents, sick family members they got to take care of. And even if people want to relax too, they might need just a day off. I totally get that. There's some, but obviously, the more you work towards something, the more you build it up over time, the more you stack those wins, those bricks, those building blocks to your business, the more money you'll make over time, which is obviously logical. But sometimes we need to hear that, and we need to kind of think about it from a logical standpoint, not emotional. Just stand away from the emotional side and just take a look at it from a logical standpoint and come to a self-admittance kind of phase where we admit, okay, I'm not doing XYZ. I would much rather do XYZ at a better level. Let me try doing, so-and-so, and then finding out what, you're good at and what you want to build. So, yeah, I don't want to make these sensational type videos where it's like Redbubble's crashing or, any kind of issue like that. I don't want to promote negativity. I just want to promote positivity and looking at things from a different angle. And yes, nothing is perfect. No platform is perfect. But at the same time, if you're one of those people that have an opportunity to work on something, you absolutely can. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.